Daniela Edwards.
And I'm William Hague.
And this is NBC News.
Breaking news.
Today, sadly, China has become a communist country under the control of dictator Mao Zedong.
Mao's victory has come as a huge shock to the United States, who has lost a great ally.
At this moment in history, China is under the control of a sworn enemy of the U.S., and communist regimes control 1/4 of the world's landmass and 1/3 of the world's population.
This just in.
On this sad day, North Korean forces have attacked South Korea, attacking not only this newly formed country, but a dear U.S. ally. The 90,000 communist North Korean troops were armed with powerful tanks and other weapons provided by the Soviets.
It seems we're now getting word that North Korea troops have overtaken South Korea's capital, Seoul, and the Southern Korean army is retreating.
Truman has now announced that the U.S. will aid South Korea in their war effort.
The UN Security Council has unanimously voted to support the declaration, although the Soviet Union was not present for this decision.
While Truman has not asked Congress for a formal declaration of war, he has sent the U.S. occupational forces stationed in Japan to Korea.
These troops are not properly trained for combat, and it seems they are joining their fellow South Korean soldiers in retreat to the southern corner of the Korean peninsula.
However, it seems that General MacArthur has executed a bold plan to drive the communist invaders from South Korea.
In a recent interview, MacArthur has said that he figured the easiest way to defeat North Korea would be to cut off their supply lines.
This led to a surprise attack on the port city of Incheon, where, although there was a swift current and the landing site was treacherous, MacArthur and his Marines caught the opposing forces off guard and forced their retreat into North Korean territory.
It seems President Truman is concerned about the actions of Communist China if the U.S. were to push their way up into North Korea.
Chinese officials have warned Americans not to advance near its borders. However, it seems General MacArthur is not worried.
General MacArthur should have taken the Chinese warning seriously, as some 300,000 Chinese soldiers attacked South Korean and U.S. positions when they reached the Chinese border.
The UN and U.S. troops are badly outnumbered, and it looks like they are retreating.
However, with China now in the war, the U.S. is confronting a major land war in Asia.
It seems possible, now more than ever, that this war cannot be won without huge commitments of troops and even nuclear weapons. Hi, I'm Tanny Edwards.
And I'm William Hague.
And this is NBC News.
A letter to the House Republican has just been made public.
In this letter, MacArthur seems to be attacking Truman's policy and his refusal to invade China.
Due to this letter and controversy following, Truman has fired MacArthur for insubordination.
3 years after the start of this bloody war, under the threat of nuclear weapons and increased casualties, the two sides have signed a ceasefire. 63 years later, I'm still Daniela Edwards.
And I'm still William Hague.
And this is still NBC News.
On its 63rd anniversary, the ceasefire signed after the Korean War is still in effect.
North Korea is still communist and an ally to both China and the former Soviet Union.
While South Korea has remained a democracy and an ally to the United States.
I'm Danny Edwards.
And I'm William Hague.
And thanks for watching NBC News.